Maybe you've heard the saying, if you're not at the table, then you're probably on the menu. That's a good starting place to tell the story of the founding of Equality PAC. 10 years ago, two members of Congress, Mark Takano and Jared Polis, had what, back then, felt like a radical idea: a political fund that would protect LGBTQ congressional incumbents in tough re-election campaigns. That was Equality PAC's founding mission. But to understand why, we have to take a look back. While the LGBTQ rights movement was growing in civil society and in some local governments, gays and lesbians in government service were fired or forced to resign because of who they loved. Others remained closeted out of fear of losing everything, especially on Capitol Hill, where even whispers of a politician or staffer's homosexuality would end their career. The reality is that there were gay and lesbian candidates elected to Congress during these years, but they were elected from the closet, hoping no one would find out their secret. Some were outed and resigned or lost re-election. A few came out years after they were first elected. Others remained in the closet their entire lives. It wasn't until 1998 that the first openly gay LGBTQ person was elected to federal office, Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin. Joining Barney Frank, who came out after 6 years in the House, our community finally had 2 voices in Congress. 2 out of 435. It would be a decade before another openly gay LGBTQ person was elected to Congress. And that brings us to 2014, when Equality PAC was founded in the face of a challenging midterm election cycle to maintain the ground we'd gained. Our first cycle was respectable, but humble. We raised $32,000 from some very good friends who believed in this cause and in us. Their faith paid off. Since its founding a decade ago, Equality PAC has emerged as a political powerhouse, raising more than $50 million for our endorsed candidates and to elect pro-equality majorities in Congress, including more than $13 million so far this election cycle alone. We play an unmatched role in recruiting, mentoring, and electing strong, diverse, and inspiring LGBTQ congressional candidates, many in places where you might least expect them to run and win. A lesbian Native American former MMA fighter in Kansas, a Black Latino gay man in the Bronx, a lesbian mother and grandmother in the Midwest, and the first LGBTQ immigrant elected to federal office. As we look to November and the fight for Congress, Equality PAC is leading the effort to make history once again by electing a lesbian mother in Texas, the first trans person ever elected to federal office, an LGBTQ Latina in Washington state, and by expanding the caucus deep into double digits. And as we celebrate Equality PAC's 10th anniversary this year, we are proud of our expanded mission to not only defend and expand our small but mighty LGBTQ caucus, but also to support the allies who stand with us. With your support, Equality PAC remains the only Identity Caucus PAC that supports every frontline House Democrat and every red to blue congressional candidate, because we know that it will be a pro-equality majority that makes the Equality Act law. And as our community continues to face attacks, LGBTQ representation matters now more than ever. Thank you for standing with Equality PAC. Be proud, be represented.